Hi, this is Pastor James coming to you with an uplifting message to give you some encouragement. After this message, stick around because I want to share some amazing things that are going on in the life of our community. Now, the big idea I want to share with you is this simple one, that it's easy to get discouraged about your own spiritual growth. See, discouragement's real. You might be flying along in your spiritual journey and then a relationship goes south, or sickness grabs hold, or perhaps you fail to fulfill a promise that you made to God and you were certain you would follow through on. See, if you just gave up on yourself and the vision that you had of God's work in your life, then just know this, you wouldn't be the first one. And that's how powerful discouragement can be. The question I have for you is this: what has gotten between you and the vision of an abundant faithfulness in your life? You see, everyone has discouragement. Everyone has times when they feel like giving up. But the reality is not everybody does give up. A lot of people get back on their feet again. They get past the roadblocks that have gotten in their way. Now, this scripture from the book of Thessalonians is such a great scripture. It's in the Bible, and it's actually talking about discouragement. Listen to these words from 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 3. And it says these words: "We must always give thanks to God for you, because your faith is growing and the love of every one of you for one another is increasing. Therefore we ourselves boast of you among the churches of God for your steadfastness and faith during all of your persecutions and the afflictions that you are enduring." Now, notice that the Apostle Paul is talking about discouragement, the hardship of persecution, but he also says that he is practicing this spiritual practice. He's practicing the spiritual practice of giving thanks for the people who have demonstrated their faith. And that's where we get our lesson for today. If we celebrate the people who have a growing faith and who are growing in faith and love, we are going to rise above the discouragement in our life. We're going to have a different attitude entirely. See, thankfulness is the best way to open up your heart and change your life, as well as the hearts of other people around you. See, thankfulness for the steady and ongoing faithfulness of other people, even though that they're in hardship or times of persecution, can actually change the life of the people around you, because they will see how you're acting in the midst of your hardship. And they will see that you're rising up above the discouragement and above the roadblocks and the things that are getting in your way. Suddenly, you're not going to be seeing the world as dead ends anymore. You will be able to show other people the way forward. So this is the message. I actually hope it just makes you want to read it a little closer, that you'd open up the scripture of 2 Thessalonians chapter 1, verse 3, and that you'd really start to dig in and try to ask that question: what is God saying to you through these words? Now, at Highlands, we pride ourselves on what God does through the messages we share every week. We have this awesome series we're in right now called Abba. And by the way, we have seen more people coming every single Sunday to this Abba series than we've seen for any series so far in the past couple of years. People are so excited to dig into this concept and to grow in their faith that they're bringing their neighbors, they're bringing their friends. And this Sunday, we're going to be talking about God Abba, and we are going to be walking through the story of the prodigal son. And I've got some surprises that you will love this Sunday. I want you to be there because you're going to love it. I'm not going to tell you all the things that are happening, but I want you to go because you're going to love it. It's going to be better than usual. Now, the other thing I want to tell you is that our VBS is officially full capacity, but there is a wait list. So if your kids still want to go to VBS, you can sign them up for the wait list, and there's a chance that we could squeeze them into VBS. We will do our best because sometimes kids cancel. But I want to tell you this also: we really need adult volunteers, more of them. You see, we pride ourselves at Highlands also on what God does through the low student-to-teacher ratios we have. We have some of the best student-teacher ratios that these kids ever experienced in their whole entire life. For this week, we are there surrounding them, supporting them, lifting them up. And sometimes you can help by just providing a snack. You can help by just showing up and welcoming people as they check in the morning. There's so many ways to help, and we want to roll out the red carpet. So this is the best day and week of the year for these kids, because a lot of them don't come to Highlands, and we want to roll up our sleeves and give them everything we have. Now, the other thing I want to tell you is that we have Camp Highlands on Father's Day weekend, and this camp is coming together. It is so exciting. It's going to be happening only 40 minutes away from Paso Robles, so it's easy to get there and to get back. And also, we have some amazing surprises and experiences lined up throughout that weekend that we think are going to leave everybody who goes to this with a full heart, a real beautiful experience of worship and community. And so we want you to be a part of it. If you'd like to bring a tent, you can do that, or other people are bringing their campers to Camp Highlands. All the cabins right now are filled up, but we still have camper spots, and like myself and my family, we will be staying in a tent and we will be having the time of our life. And we want you to join us for that. And that's Father's Day weekend, June 14th through the 16th, a great way to celebrate the beginning of summer for all those kids that just got out of school and are saying, hey, what are we going to do this great summer of 2024? How are we going to celebrate it? Well, this is how. Camp Highlands. Gosh, you know what? All these things are just designed to bless you and to take your generosity, which you guys are giving so generously. We really need it this year so that we can rise up to the challenge of ministering to all of the kids and all of the neighbors that are coming to Highlands more than we've ever seen before. We are realizing that God is calling us to double down on our mission here in Paso Robles, our mission to grow communities, to build small groups, to build worship services that are more and more impactful for people, and to build the souls of the people in this community. So thank you for not being discouraged, or at least when you have been discouraged, but for being filled with thankfulness and for giving even more generously. So we want to thank you. Please continue to give through this summer. We know it's easy to just kind of take a vacation with your mind or maybe with your generosity, but please don't do that. Recognize how God is doing good things and big things in and through you with every contribution of time or talent. Every bit of prayer that you give for these ministries is coming back tenfold, and I want to thank you for that. God bless you. We're always here for you. Please call us if there's anything that you need. We will help you in any way that we can. It's not just me, it's just not just a staff here. It is a huge church of people who are all praying that you would someday just let us know how we can help you, and that God would give us what's needed to do the very thing that you are praying God will do in your life. God bless you, and we are here for you. Take care.